Hey, it's Van Ondi, and you're listening to Best Week Ever. This is the podcast where we break down everything that made this week amazing. Big stories, small wins, and those unforgettable moments that made us go, whoa, what a week. Each week, I bring on some incredible guests to chat about what's happening, share their stories, and help us figure out who's absolutely crushing it. And, of course, who's having the worst week ever. Because, let's be honest, we all love a little bit of drama. So if you're here for the buzz, the laughs, and maybe a little tea, you're in the right place. New episodes drop every Friday. Follow now, and let's make this your best week ever. Hey guys, before you watch this recording, I just wanted to hop in here and do some updates on the podcast. If you've been listening to me since last summer, you know the saga that I've been going through with my tooth, and I cannot express to you how excited I am that I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's been over the 7 months required of this tooth being installed. So it's been like a long time coming because it was going to be marked a year, literally in like a month and a half since this whole entire thing has happened. But I'm super excited to announce that this summer we will be having a huge guest star lineup of all of my friends joining in to let me know what their best and worst week ever on pop culture, and also talk a little bit more about the early 2000s and pop culture history and ask them what was their favorite pop culture history in the 2000s, because I know I have a few, and I'm sure a lot of my friends will be tying in their favorites as well. So I'm super excited for this summer because we will have that included unedited in the Patreon. It will be on the audio platform released that Friday. And then, of course, we will have our YouTube release, which I've been having a lot of fun with. There is graphics, there's more time to it. So if you happen to listen to this podcast and, want to see it, I don't mind you holding off and waiting for the YouTube version. It's kind of what I've been doing with Taria and Bravo We're Black that we're having today. YouTube is definitely a big motivation for us content creators when it comes to the podcast format. And I would love to hear all of your feedback there because I want to keep the engagement in the social platforms like Spotify, YouTube. I don't have Apple. I don't have Apple stuff for me to even have a say in the Apple reviews. I have seen the Apple reviews. I try not to go there as much, but if you can, please rate on Spotify because it's been like a solid 4 for a while there. Those are some of the updates. Also, if you can email us on bestweekeverpodcasts@gmail.com. I would love to hear your thoughts on who you think is having the worst week ever, or what your favorite moment was back in the early 2000s, or also what guests would you like to appear in my podcast. I am always looking for new content creators, new faces. I'm love to bring everybody in the circle. And I feel like I'm a huge cheerleader when it comes to these guests that I've had these last couple years, these guests that I um, are invited for a reason. I look up to them, I admire them, they're inspiring, and I want the whole world to know who they are. And if you have someone who is super into pop culture, please send them here to Best Week Ever Podcast. So please enjoy this episode. I'm sure it's going to be a great one. Hey guys, welcome back to Best Week Ever Podcast. I am your host, Van, and as always, I'm having the best week ever. And this week, I'm super excited because I have Kea from Bravo We're Black, just two Black people who love Bravo and more, and all are welcome. And I'm so excited to have her on here because we're going to talk about some Bravo hot takes, and we're also going to talk about pop culture. Kea, how are you today?
I'm so excited to be here with you because we have been kicking in the DMs for a while now. You are a true ride or die. And also Kendrick was on here. And I'm like, once I saw Kendrick, I was like, I have got to get on this podcast. And it was so good. And you're so pretty that I'm starstruck. You're literally gorgeous. I've been leaning into doing more video because video is king now.
It
And
is.
I am now having the best week ever because I get to mix it's like bravo, bravo, bravo all day, and then sometimes, this is a big week. The Boys ended. We have Euphoria that comes on every week, and it's a mix of pop culture and a mix of Bravo, so I can't wait to get into things.
And likewise, Kea, you have such a beautiful presence, and I was cracking up. Guys, run to YouTube right now because you guys just uploaded I think it was, like, the commercial trailer for next week's reunion, right, with
Yeah,
Noor, who is a special friend of the podcast as well.
yeah.
Yes, you can listen to it on audio format, but I have to plead with you, please check it out on YouTube. I hyped it up as well because I
Thank
was
you.
cracking up along with you guys.
Because why was Jesse crying? Like, that's what really
Yeah.
sent me. Jesse,
Yes.
don't piss me off. And we literally like I'm like, should I feel bad after? But I don't. Like you knew something. Like you maybe didn't know and they were lying to you. But in your heart of hearts, you knew something. And then also you knew about the secret girlfriend, which we will learn about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talk about this all day. So it's just like,
No, it's so true because he's trying to skate away at the fact that he had any knowledge of what was going on with Wes and Amanda, and I'm there with you because when I saw the tears, Thoma was like, "What? You don't think they're real?" And I was like, "Girl, he is trying to stay relevant to not A, stay in the cast, and
yes.
B, like, stay away from the drama of, like, Sierra and Amanda and Wes." He had
And he has a tour.
to.
He has a tour to save. He's like Justin Timberlake. This is gonna ruin the tour.
Yeah, he's lucky that Natalie from Vanderpump was able to open up for him because I feel like he wouldn't have had the crowd that he had when he was touring on his first kickoff, I think it was in LA.
Yeah, it was in LA, and I'm just like, I don't see myself going to a Jesse Solomon concert. However, I do want if he can stop defending Amanda, because I'm like trying to like excuse that he has a show to save. If he can stop defending Amanda so much, I will go to a DJ Kyle Cook DJ set.
Yeah, because it's getting borderline, and I wanted to ask you, I've been saving this question. Who's worse, Lala or Kyle right now? Because we all know how Lala just switched in the blink of an eye just because she wanted to save the show. That's why she was like, "You're taking money out of my kid's mouth." And with Kyle, I feel like we're kind of tiptoeing almost there because he said it on Watch What Happens Live, where he's like, "I'm not going to be the type of person who's not going to talk to
Film with
someone on the
someone.
show." Do you think
Mhm.
he's heading that way?
He is heading in a tricky, tricky area, but I think his is much more understandable because Lala, they didn't even want her on the Valley like that. They wanted Sheena, and Sheena said no. So that's why it's so funny when she disses Sheena because it's like you're only here because Sheena said no, babe. Like we don't really give a fuck. We care about Sheena because Sheena's the reason that we have Summer House and in the valley. Like
The fact that she got her way into the drama for the in the city because she was partying with Carl's mom, I was like, it all goes back to
back to
Sheena.
Sheena,
Sheena
it's all
Shea.
Sheena and Shay. But yeah, Lala's worse because Kyle, like, it's happening now, and this was before all this like blew up that his show was there, and I imagine and I've heard that Bravo execs were panicking, so we got to figure something out.
I'm just hoping they don't pressure Kyle so much where he's already changing, I guess you can say. He's got the whole audience by his side, so he's like, "Okay, I gotta mature up a little bit."
He's not gonna. We'll hate him again next summer.
Well, talking about hate, let's move on to our worst week ever topics. Worst week ever honorable mention. Who do you have this week?
Amanda Basula. Cause I'm sorry. I know I sound obsessive, but I haven't been on your podcast. And I've been begging people, can I be on someone's podcast so I can talk about this? So I can continue to talk about this without sounding like a psychopath on my own. And I'm like, oh, thank God, another new podcast. Hello. Hi, I'm Kea and I hate Amanda Batula. She's a raggedy, low down bitch. And if you watch I'm sorry, can we curse?
Yeah, of
She's
course.
a raggedy low down bitch. And if you watch that last episode, the season finale of Summer House, how she said
Mm.
goodbye to Sierra, and Sierra's literally crying because she just wants the best for her friend. And, they all know that in the city is coming up and everything is gonna be different now, but they didn't know that she was gonna go fuck Wes. Like, oh my God, you're such a terrible, terrible, terrible person. And she's doing literally just fine. Everyone who's Kyle included, she's doing just fine. My friend just said her friend saw Wes and Amanda literally today, like not today, like yesterday in Chelsea, and they were together and they're doing fine.
I don't know what bothers me more, the fact that it doesn't bother them being together, or the fact that they're 10 toes down trying to make this work.
When
And
we
I wanna ask you,
know,
what day are we on? On
oh baby, we have finished the 40 days and 40 nights. I had to get a life because so many things are coming on and I want to talk about so many more things. But I completed my 40 days and 40 nights. I was not like Jesus because I don't want to compare my like it was a
No,
joke.
you did your 10,000 hours.
Right. My 10th, I'm an expert Amanda Batula, number one hater. That's why I'm like number one hater. And I still got some left in me. So I completed it. But every time she does something or every time they play something or that's going to come up naturally because she's playing in our faces collectively, in her own face, like in Sierra's face. So
It makes you think a little bit back into the seasons of Summer House because I know her and Lindsay had like a frenemy vibe. They never really liked each other to begin with. And I remember the whole season where Amanda felt left out and she was pouty, and that's why we got Hannah and Paige. It just makes me look at her differently because even watching it as a rewatch, I was like, oh, she talked to production, and production was totally on her side to just baby her through this series.
one, and I don't know why. Well, we know why.
Mhm.
It's because she's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, skinny white woman with big boobs. Like, they get what they want. That's just how it is, and that's fair because if I was that, I would make everyone bend to my will too. I would use my powers for good and evil. Not this evil though, but it is funny when you look back that you don't know her outside of being Kyle's wounded girlfriend, and she's not wounded. You can tell by the way that she acted in those leaks. You can tell by the way that she is even acting on the reunion saying, "Oh, we haven't all been in this situation?" No, bitch, never. I would never fuck
In
my
high school,
friends. Yeah, like, even in high school, like, I would have, like, some kind of, like I would feel bad about it. She's standing on it, and she knows that it's not gonna last with Wes. So what is it really worth?
yeah, we're gonna have to stay tuned because we all know we're gonna get the summer house. And guys, please tune in to Bravo We're Black because I'm sure she's gonna have Raven, she's gonna have Kendrick, and you're just all gonna talk about it. And I cannot wait. Can it be a bonnet fest too? Because that would be so much
Oh
fun.
my god. It's like I'm trying to get a Bonnet Fest going for so many things. I think we'll probably have a Bonnet Fest for Love Island more so than Summer House
Yeah.
because Aaron isn't really that tapped into Summer House and Kendrick isn't as tapped in to Summer House as like me and Raven are. So right now, like the trio is like me, Raven, and Samantha Bush, Bravo historian. Like we just go and we just are like, and then I record with Leah of Positively Uncensored, and we talk a lot. But I'm gonna be talking a lot. Like I want everyone to like talk about this. Like just the
We
people that listen the people that listen to, the people that are on social media, I feel like Threads is the perfect place to just put out like whether you're a Peacock watcher or a live watcher or a West Coast viewer or an East Coast viewer, go on Threads because that's going to be like the place to be.
So I just got a new phone, and it's been like 3 years where I've been playing shortcuts with my phone to chase away the fact that my storage was just at capacity and I couldn't do things anymore with it. So finally I am free. The shackles are gone and I can finally download the Threads app because that is truly what was holding me back.
Threads app, hallelujah. Best week
It's
ever,
coming.
hallelujah. You
Truly, it's
have
coming,
to
guys. So
before
stay
the
tuned.
reunion, please.
Before the reunion and definitely for Love Island because I mean, I'm a little scared. The fandom can be a little scary, but, like,
Oh god.
me and Tom have prevailed before we do it
Yes.
again.
Yeah. You gotta stand you have to be sturdy, and you
Yeah.
have to, like, put your foot down, and don't let the craziness, like, get in the way of you saying what you wanna say and having your own opinions, because I noticed it's like, if too many people are saying the same thing, I tend to second guess myself, and it's okay to revisit and change your opinion, but I also feel like it's okay to be like, "Actually, no, fuck that bitch." Like, I don't like her. I don't care.
I know, I've been trying to make Blue Sky happen, and it's sadly
I
not, and I'm
tried.
feeling like a loser just trying to promote it as much as I can.
Continue, like, continue. I just don't understand how to, like, use it. Like, it's so confusing to me. Like, I joined, and I'm like, "This is cool." Because when everyone was like, "Where are we gonna go after this? We're gonna go after TikTok and all this stuff." Never good on TikTok, so I was glad. Like, I was like, "Okay, that's fine." But, yeah, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know. I was just like, "Hello, everyone," and people were on there, but it's not as, like, user friendly as the other ones.
Yeah, it's not as socially the engagement's not as much there.
It's not just the engagement, it's like, I don't understand, like, how to, like, I know how to find people while you just type in the app, the app, but it's just like, it doesn't feel natural, like, the user interface doesn't feel as natural, but I feel like if you keep pushing it and you get more people on there,
They got a
yeah,
good crew.
yeah, exactly, like, you stayed because that was a while ago that everyone went to Blue Sky, and I still see some people talking about it.
It's happening. My worst week ever honorable mention this week in pop culture is the passing of Tom Kane, who was a prolific voice actor whose body of work included popular turns as Yoda on the Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and Professor Utonium in Powerpuff Girls. And I actually loved him in Mr. Harriman in Fosters of Imaginary Friends. That was probably one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows.
Foster's Home.
Yeah. Being high in college and watching Blue was probably one of my favorite cartoon shows, just trying to grip into childhood as I was in college. He also served as the voice of Walt Disney World monorail system and announcer for several Academy Award broadcasts. And his survivors include his wife and his 9 children, six through adoption and fostering. He sounds like an all great guy and is definitely a voice that I grew up with Kim Possible. The Wild Thornberries was a big surprise because he plays Darwin, the chimpanzee. And that's another great TV show that I grew up watching with my brother and sister. We lost a really good one and so young. He is actually the age of my father. He's
Yeah.
64.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
super young, and he's so accomplished, and that's so many different roles that I didn't know that he played.
yeah.
Like, Professor was already, like, heartbreaking, and then Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, heartbreaking, but then, like, all these different ones, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's got a great roster and I don't think voice acting is, like, one of the professions I wish I dove myself into when I was in film school. It is a lot of work, and I don't wanna give Danny Bucco any credit, but it's a
No, but give
very
me, like, a
promising career.
I've been seeing that on threads that someone was like people were like, "Oh, put what you do, like, as a side hustle on here." And someone was like, "Voice acting." And a lot of people were audiobook narrators. And I'm like, "I fucking hate my voice." And people hate my voice, like, they famously tell me that they hate my voice, and I'm like, "Thank you, I know, me too." But unfortunately, I gotta make this money, so bling, bling, bling. Um but I saw that that is like, voice acting is so different because you're in a booth by yourself. You're not with anyone. You're not able to bounce off anyone. It's not necessarily just lonely, but it's like you have to use your imagination so much. I can't I That's so wild. It's so
Yeah, like,
wild.
imagine I mean, some voice actors get, the character and then they come up with a voice or they're told what kind of voice they have to have and then they see it later, you know? And yeah, it's just one of the magics of creating, and it's why I love Hollywood and film and the behind the scenes. It's just the making of it and voice acting and voices in general when it comes to cartoons. Like the Rugrats that Tommy, that woman was in Powerpuff Girls. It's just
Yeah.
like so many web connected, and it's such a small community, but it's a community that doesn't get enough credit, and me growing up with it, I just adored it.
Yeah, yeah, to piggyback off that, I wish that, that I wanna definitely give my respects to him and steal that from you for runner up. But also, I feel like even though a lot of the times they don't get what they deserve, like, they don't get their flowers publicly, there are conventions and meetups and such a community that respects them and knows who they are, which is a good thing. Niche, a special niche to be a part of.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that because his last reunion with the Powerpuff Girls was actually this past Comic-Con in San Diego, and they were all together, and it
I
was just,
s
like, a
So
really
that was
special moment.
recent.
Yeah, right before his passing, isn't that I know.
Oh my god, that, like, breaks my heart. That's why I'm like, I don't wanna give another, and it's just like, "Oh, he's no, like, this is so important." And I saw that because it was just, like, so good to see, and then I saw that again after they announced it, but I didn't put it together that it was new. Like, I didn't know that was a recent photo, which looking back, obviously, them reuniting, it's like, wow, God puts people in places at the same time for a reason, like chills.
Yeah, it did give me chills. Who's your worst week ever runner-up this week?
Can it be someone that I hate?
Yeah, go for it. I would love it even more.
Elon Musk is having a terrible week because
Ugh.
he lost a lawsuit to OpenAI, I believe, which I don't think that that's good for either of us. Like, if either of them won, I don't think it's good for either of us. But then he was also mocked on The Boys series finale, and he was so disgusted by the series finale that he literally wrote on Twitter, he's like, "Pathetic." And it's like, "Aha, you have to see yourself be portrayed as this person on an app that you bought that no one wants you on, that The Boys goes the most viral on, and the guy that is playing and creating and like the whole cast just fucking hates you." It's so good. He's having a terrible week, and it's so good to see because you just lost in court and then you lost online because you were parodied on one of the biggest shows of all time.
And not only that, but can you imagine watching your favorite show and they're making fun of you? This
Literally.
is your favorite show, and they're
Yep.
making fun of you.
And it's so good because when the way that they do it, okay, if you guys have not watched The Boys, please fast forward a little bit. Homelander flies him to the moon. And he's like, I just threw him out of space. He wants to be in space, right? I don't need billionaires. He was just, you just literally go, you see him, and then he flies him up and he comes back. And he's like, the guy is like, where is the Elon Musk character? And he's like, oh, took him to space. And I'm like, take him to space, please.
Him and Bezos. I didn't really like the movie Devil Wears Prada, but I did enjoy watching it, like, sue me. The fact that they were poking fun of Bezos and Elon Musk just combined, I was just like, "We need more of this. We need more of men laughing at other men."
Absolutely. And I understand that it got a little bit too meta to the point where it's like, you guys do like own Vogue now or whatever. But at the same time, it was just funny. And I would just say it's a well written sequel, whether you like it or not. Like that was done great. Emily Blunt played that character so well too. Like you
Oh,
thought,
she was the best in that movie. I loved her. She needs to be a bitch more in movies.
please.
Well, my worst week ever runner up is Everlane, the once high flying millennial brand lost its radical transparency and sustainability after being sold by a major owner, L. Catterton, to Sheen in a deal valuing the company at about $100 million, with the board approving the transaction. And this is just really upsetting because Everlane, I remember when it first came out, I think its headquarters are here in San Francisco. I live in Santa Cruz, it's not that far away. But it was a clothing for like minimalist staples and prominent ultra fast fashion combined. That's not what Everlane's brand was about. I highly recommend checking out Meredith Lynch's podcast, The Moment. They did a great breakdown on Everlane being sold $100 million, which is really cheap if you think about it, because this company used to be a $600 million profit kind of a global retail, and for them to be sold for $100 million, it's, I mean, and it's so sad in this world that $100 million is giving broke, but for this brand, it really is.
No,
um,
for sure.
it's really sad for the workers who did build up Everlane 10 years ago. Nan Yu is one of the workers. He did write on X where he said, I haven't worked at Everlane in almost 10 years. It's a pretty sad day for the people that built it. Ultimately, the thing that did it in was the pandemic. Everlane was mainly where to work, and that market basically disappeared overnight. It took some pretty egregious financing financing terms to get through it all, and this is the ultimate outcome. Brands have a funny way of sticking around, though. At one point, Ray-Ban was dead, J. Crew was dead, Madewell was dead, Abercrombie and Fitch was dead. They all came back decades later with exchanging ownership half a dozen times. I look forward to the day that my children and grandchildren think that the new brand Everlane is the coolest thing. I will say to them, did you know that that started out as a Pinterest competitor and pivoted to be a fashion brand? And they will say to me, that's so boring, Dad. I love that little outcome, but we all know the Sheen buyout is, it really does make you look at fashion where it's headed, and we are trying to rein back. At least me as a consumer, I've been reining back. I'm a like a mega thrift shopper. I'm like a secondhand. I'm the worst person to ask where'd you got that, because I'm like a secondhand store. Like
Oh, yeah, worst person to ask where you got that, but probably coolest fucking wardrobe ever. Amazing at upcycling, reselling. I bet your Poshmark is iconic. Like,
it's not, but
that's
I have a
dope.
good tailor.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you a piece of fashion, not you, because you just said it, but you guys listening, from someone who has amazing fashion, Benita of, Southern Charm, if you guys know her. She said that the best fashion advice that I can give you is to get a tailor, and I'm like, I put that in the back of my mind, and I'm like, when I can afford a tailor, I am gonna get a tailor, especially because I want to get more into, like, Poshmark reselling my clothes, because a lot of people are like, "Where'd you get that?" And I'm like, "I'm actually not gonna wear this again." And I usually just, like, give it away. So that's good, but I also want to have, like, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So I'm like, "Okay, I have podcasting, now I'm finally monetized on YouTube, and then I have Patreon." And so I do UGC, so that's like 4 or 5 right there. And, I actually was, like, jokingly, and I am jokingly, but if someone knows someone in Miami, I want to be in, like, a micro drama so bad. Like, I want to be an actress in a micro drama, like, really, really bad. And then I'm like, "Okay, I wanna also get serious on, like, Poshmark, Vinted, and, like, all those good, even eBay, like, all those good resale apps."
You should talk to Shane from Vanderpump Rules, who does those like little Tubi short, like
Yeah.
Snapchat movies. You
Yeah.
would be so good in those. I mean, like I still have Snapchat, guys, and it's not for what you think it is. It's actually
It's
for my
completely
family, my
different.
mom
Oh,
and dad.
okay, 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 okay.
Some people use it for like, nudes and stuff, and I'm like, no, this is like I'm sending a video of my daughter to my mom via Snapchat. But I do jump in to the Snapchat little mini dramas that they have in there, and Kaya, you would be so perfect for that.
I want to so bad because I feel like I missed, like, I'm never gonna be an actor or be able to be an actor. I just don't think that's, like, a thing, but I feel like if I could do one thing, I would want to be, like, in a micro drama, and I'm like, I've fulfilled that destiny or that calling. It would be so dope to do.
Oh, yeah, let's make this happen, let's make this dream come true, like, I don't know and if I have listeners in Miami, please hit up Kaya, because I would
Please.
love to see that. But
So
going back
bad.
on Shein and Everlane, I don't know, we'll see what will happen with Everlane. I actually have some Everlane pants, they're kinda really expensive, and they're a great quality as well, so I would like to see what Shein is going to do to Everlane, so we'll stay tuned for
Right.
that.
'Cause they've gobbled up so many different companies that it's like, so where are the, like, $4 pants that I used to buy back in, like, 2019 before it got popular? And it's like, no, we own, like, all these these little girl boss brands that you used to, buy from, these little boutiques, these little stores, and now it's, like, regular price, and then even when you go on the app, it's like Temu now, where it's like, you have to spin the wheel and you feel like you're at a casino, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
I know, they try to make you feel like you're a winner of, like, getting 10% off, and I'm like,
Right.
no, that's not a sale or a win."
Literally just let me get to the damn clothes that I just wanted to buy for the night out, like, it's only gonna last that night, babe.
So, who's your worst week ever winner in pop culture this week?
Um it's this place called No Mice Partnerships, and, like, you guys don't know about it unless you're, like, a UGC creator. They're closing down, and it pissed me off because I use it as a UGC creator, and you were able to, like, get basically what UGC is user-generated content, and you're able to either do a paid collaboration or a gifted collaboration for a company that's sending you their product. And, No Mice was so special in the way that, like, they had brands that you've either never heard of or the most popular brands, and you'd be able to get, like you don't have to have followers, you just have to agree to do videos for them, and you'd be able to get, like, amazing, amazing things, and, like, sometimes they would do, like, in-person partnerships, so if you live in a major city, like, you can go to Miami or Orlando, Atlanta, or somewhere, you'd be able to go there and, maybe it's a free meal or there's clothes there or something there. It was like a really good UGC app and they had to, like, close down. And I'm just like, "What the hell? This is such a good and unique idea." And they sent out like an email saying, "Oh, this is our last, like, email to you guys," and it was like a gift to us, like a subscription to something. And I'm like, "Oh, that is so dope that you're going out of business, but you are giving us a subscription to something." So I hope someone, like, because there's so many different UGC apps, but I hope someone takes that idea of not only doing UGC for different brands, small brands, big brands, but also doing, brand collaborations, like, in person for people who don't have a big audience. You didn't have to have a lot of followers, you just had to agree to do the video. So they're having the worst week ever.
Yeah, no, that is bad. I mean, like, the fact that you were able to collab and find new brands as well, I feel like that's kind of important as a content creator because you don't wanna be giving the same slop that everyone else is given, and that's a bummer. I'm hoping someone better comes along and picks it up or, like, comes up with their own version.
Exactly, because it's out there and it's interesting, and I thought it was gaining traction. I don't know what happened to it, but, like, out of nowhere, I went on, looked at it, and they're like, "Bye." And I'm like, "Well, what the hell?" I was so mad, but, the idea is out there, so even if no one is thinking about it, maybe someone will hear this and start it over.
Well, here's to hoping that they will. And since I mean, like, I'm having a worst week ever personal wise because my facialist who does my micro needling is moving away and she recommended me to someone else, but I've been going to her for almost 10 years now.
That is the
And I'm
worst
like,
week ever.
wait, like, I don't know if
Can
I
she
can
just, like
trust somebody micro
with your
needling my face like you
face?
do.
Your face is literally gorgeous and you have, like, glass skin, so I would definitely be nervous to let anyone touch my skin.
Thank you. I think she's done such a great job, you know?
How far is she
I'm,
moving?
like,
Because it's
sad to
like,
see
I'll
her
follow
go.
you.
Oh, I should. It's Marin. I don't know where Marin is. I
I
live
don't
in
know.
s
I've
I
never heard of
First of
that.
all, I'm a Jersey girl. I'm a Jersey girl. I can tell you where to go. I know every town in New Jersey. I feel like it's the back of my hand, the Garden State Parkway. But I've been living here almost 15 years in Santa Cruz, and I'm just like, I only know San Francisco, LA, and San Diego, but everything else out there, like,
Never heard
I
of it.
don't. Yeah, exactly. So she's moving to a town called Marin, and she sent me this big email saying that she's moving and she's gonna pass us down to someone that she really trusts. I'm gonna try her out on my birthday. We'll see, guys.
Are you on your birthday? Hold on. Like, I want you to go to this person and have a good time, but on your birthday is very risky.
It's risky, but you know what, guys? If you know me, I met my husband on my birthday. It was our
Ooh,
first date. Um, and I didn't tell him till the end of the date because I wanted to feel it out on how it was going, and I was like, "Hey, it's actually my birthday." He still says it to this day. We've been
that's so
together,
cute.
um, married 4 years. Oh my god, 4 years like Amanda and Kyle. Um,
Yeah.
but
Spooky.
yeah, he always says that.
That's so cute. Okay, well, you have lucky birthdays then.
I mean, I am a Leo, and my birthday's on me and Lindsay Hubbard share the same birthday. When she said her birthday, I was like, "Girl, I
You
get
see
I
her.
get why you are the way you are. We are lucky."
You see each other, and you know what? If you're not lucky, you guys make your own luck because Aaron is a Leo, and when he wants something, it is what it fucking is. Like, the world stops, and I'm like, "As it should."
Do you wanna play a game? No, I'm kidding.
He's so funny. Now Raven is doing it, and, like, I can't stop doing it, and now it's just like, "Wanna play a game?" And it's just an opinion, and I'm like, "This is not a game. What are we doing?" So funny.
I love you guys so much, but and for real, my worst week ever winner has to be Bethany Frankel because she is such a weirdo. And you guys know how much I love my girl, Lexi Iano. She is Dina Manzo's daughter. I loved her from the start. I've also seen her around New Jersey because that's where I'm from until I moved when I was about 23. I was very close knit with the housewife crew, so over the weekend, the shoe designer Alexia took to Instagram to call out Bethany for some sus online behavior. According to Lexi, she sent Frankel a pair of mules for her new online new almost a year ago, hoping Frankel might wear them. I remember her actually sending these shoes to Bethany Frankel because we're in a group chat, like a close friends group chat for new shoes because I really am a huge fan of Lexi and I am such a huge supporter of her shoes as well. I'm loving the mules and the summer collection looks super cute as well. So I remember her sending the shoes and she was super excited. And I actually was kind of a hater and I was like, not Bethany Frankel with like scary emoji faces. So,
Like that monster emoji.
no, yes. I'll see if I can screenshot it because it was literally a year ago and I was like, girl, not her. But yeah, she went online and she said she didn't tag us after wearing the shoes multiple times online, which is okay. That happens. But then today she posted a video that's going viral and a bunch of people were asking where the shoes are from. And instead of linking them, she linked a dupe and an affiliate link. And that link is actually giving her credit. So if you actually buy it off from this link that she advertises it for, she gets a cut for it. So Frankel did call out the brand by name when she had a rebuttal. I don't know why she even showed her face because she tried to say that this is the damage has already been done. Like you should be a better business woman. She had the nerve to really do exactly what Ramona said and just not support other women. She said the business lesson is that there are 100 lovely things on the person's site, and there are other brands that will watch this video and message her to tell her how much product I move. I move a lot of products. So playing the short game and whining and being a crybaby about something that didn't go your way in business means you're not a real business person. And you have a lot to learn because I would have worn all the shoes on your site and you would have sold thousands of pairs and made hundreds of thousands of dollars. So my account, my body, my choice. Once you send those shoes to my house, my shoes, you're welcome. It's giving Trump verse the way she's talking back. It's just so disgusting of how the world we're living in, where like we're okay to just talk to people in that manner. But guys, you need to listen to Bravo We're Black because you and Raven actually covered this, especially on Bitches Better. And I
Yeah.
just had a field day of you guys calling her a loser because that's who she is. She's a freaking loser.
She is such a loser and a C word. Like, I'm sorry, she just is. She always does this shit. Like, it's always every few months, like my period, honestly. It's like literally Bethany Frankel is doing something demonic, okay? And she doesn't think that like it's a big deal. She thinks that she's the shit. She thinks that she's the it girl. Like she has this like complex to where she's like, "Oh, I'm too old for the bullshit." But then she acts like one of these influencers that are 22 years old that, think that their pussy runs the world when because they have 6 million followers or however many followers. And it's like you should just be thankful. And also if you support women, why wouldn't you tag that woman? And why do you feel the need to do that to another business owner, especially one that's in the industry and known? And it was very easy for you to do that. And you should keep track of the gifted things that you get so you're able to correctly tag and credit people. But not only that, it's like you did it on purpose so you can get it from your Amazon storefront. So you actually do need the money. That hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're claiming that she would have made, she's not going to make it because guess what? You're a cunt about it.
Yeah, it's not only giving broke vibes, but just like I have a daughter, and just the example that you're giving on women with business and how you communicate with women in business is not really a good look for your daughter. And actually, it's giving bad karma too, because who's to say that the same thing is going to go down with your daughter in the future too, business wise? I don't know. I'm so sick of Bethany, and I'm glad Lexi called her out. The Jersey girl came out of her, and as you
Mm.
guys know, she came out with a Substack last year explaining about the Manzos, how she doesn't really own anything from her childhood because it was taken away from her because of the stepfather. But yeah, it's just a shame. And I hope this gives more of a highlight on Lexi's shoes. And I hope the prices don't go up because I've been already like notified. I want those zebra mules so bad. $95, it will be worth every penny because those dupes, they're plastic. She came out with a
Right.
video today. She bought a dupe from Alibaba. They're $100. If you can spend $100, you can save $200 more to get the originals. And yeah, they're like, don't get the dupes, just get the original. It's from Portugal too. She spent so much time designing it, and she's a shoe whore, just like her mother.
Just like her mother, she's sourcing it and trying to do things like the right way. And that's so annoying when you get someone like Bethany who is just like, oh, just get this dupe. And then not only do you get this money from it, and oh, you know what? You messed with the wrong one. This is not how you do business. And she has also like what is Bryn gonna grow up acting like this? Like it's just so unnecessary and weird and not supportive of women at all. And she never is, just like with this whole Sierra thing. She decided to insert herself into it like, oh, who cares? Who cares? This is what they do. Then why are you talking about it? Shut up. Literally, no one cares what you think. No one. I can't name one person that I know that cares what Bethany Frankel thinks. Not even her boyfriend, husband,
I
whatever the
had her
fuck she
muted.
has. I finally had to block her because she pissed me off. And she didn't follow me, but I blocked her. You won't be getting any of my LOLs.
We're now going to move on to our best week ever topics. Best week ever honorable mention for me. I have to give it to John Travolta, who's looking so cute in his new little outfit, guys. I love John Travolta because he's literally giving us so many phases of John Travolta from the 80s when it comes to Saturday Night Fever, from Grease. I remember Danny Zuko, and even Michael. I remember that movie prominently because that was one movie that was airing all the time on Stars when I was home that summer. So I had to watch that movie when I was bored. We've gotten Pulp Fiction. We've gotten so many phases of John Travolta, and he gave us another look. And guys, if you see me wearing this for Halloween, no, you didn't, because
Mind your business.
yeah, exactly. Let me be. Let me enjoy this happy costume. And he looks great. He was out with his daughter. But yeah, best week honorable mention for John Travolta for giving us another look. I we gotta hold on to these stars.
Honestly, I thought that original first picture where he was with his daughter, I thought that was what's that rapper? Jack Harlow. I thought it was Jack Harlow. I was like, "Oh," because he's been cosplaying as, like, an R&B star for his new album, and everyone has been dragging him for it, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, so he's cosplaying again with this hat on his head." I don't know, why is he dressed as, like, Music Soul Child or something? And I'm like, "Wait," people were like, "John Travolta," and I'm like, "That's not John Travolta. That man is much older." And they're like, "No, zoom in and look at his hands. It's John Travolta." And I was like, but I'm like, kinda hot. Um, I want him to have a good time because he's also been through, like, so much heartache. Like, do it.
Well, I have a prediction and I don't and hear me out on this one. And I'm okay to get all the hate, but I am predicting that this year John Travolta is finally going to come out and he's finally going to be free
Yeah.
and we should all be happy for him guys and shut up.
Well, yes, because you're naming all his iconic roles, and I'm like, his best role is Hairspray.
Look Who's Talking is iconic.
Yeah, like, that's where I know people from. Like, what are we talking about? Pulp Fiction is okay. Yeah, if you like Quentin Tarantino and those, big, amazing, iconic movies that are forever quoted and, you know, trying to be recreated, but also, have you seen Hairspray? Like, come on.
It's a great one. I mean, we have Amanda Bynes's there too. That's a great I mean, I love the original Hairspray, but we got a great reboot with John Travolta.
John Travolta, literally Amanda Bynes, Brittany Snow, and freaking Zac Efron after High School Musical. Like, I was living my dream. I didn't know how good I had it.
Who is having the best week ever in your runner-up this week?
Bella fucking Hadid, like, she looked
Yeah.
so good, and I think it's the Cannes Film Festival right now, and she had this, like, Schiaparelli dress, and it just she's just so tea. Everything that she does, like, when she walks on the runway, when she just is going to get coffee, when she talks about, like, her Lyme disease, I'm just like, I love this woman as a model in general because she is a supermodel. Like, she's exactly who Kendall Jenner, like, thinks she is. Sorry, but Kendall Jenner could never come close to a Bella Hadid. Her walk, her talk, the way her face is perfectly, like, sculpted, her body is, like, insanely sickening. When things are custom made for her, like, it's so beautiful. When she wears vintage things, it's so beautiful. She's beautiful. She's the best girl the I saw her on that carpet with that Schiaparelli dress. I was gasping, okay? And you guys already know I'm on a GLP. I'm on tirzepatide, and that is exactly how I feel when I lose like 1 pound. I'm like Bella Hadid, bitch. I'm coming for you.
Bella Hadid's style is so I try to recreate it, and there are times where I'm like, "Okay, does it look good on her because it actually looks cute, or is it because she's skinny?" Because her
It's because
body
she's
is
skinny.
so T that she can literally wear fucking anything, and I wanna buy it. Like,
Yep.
why am I buying jorts and, like, a big overthrown jersey? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tried to literally buy low-rise jeans. The way I was humbled, I was just like, yeah, can't do it.
That's a great best week ever honorable mention. For my best week ever runner up, I actually, speaking of the Jenners, I have to give it to Kris Jenner. Her kids having a double date with two prominent Oscar nominated actors. We had Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet double dating with Kendall and Jacob Elordi, and they're all really getting along. This is so great because somewhere Kris Jenner is just fanning a fan of $100 bills with sunglasses on, or maybe she's holding a gun. We don't know what type of Kris Jenner we're getting these days. It seems like this is a great cash payola for the Jenners because Kardashians, they are still trying to grip as much as they can. I don't know if you heard about the Skims. They
The cocaine shipment, lock them up. Yeah, I heard about it. I think they should be investigated. Sorry, not enough for me. "Oh, we didn't know anything about it." Sure you didn't.
You guys already know it's on my bingo card. I really do believe that the Skims are over exaggerating when it comes to their profits and how much money they're actually moving in their company. I think it's all a facade. And this little blip of a detail with the cocaine, what's going to be next, girls? I don't know, but that's where it's moving.
Listen, it's crazy, but it's not too crazy. It's like that is something that they need to look into. It's really funny when I saw that, the meme. Oh, and I think it's like Saint Ho is the profile that posted it originally for me that where I saw it, and I'm like, "That's crazy." And then people were posting like, "Are you doing cocaine in my bathroom? Are you doing cocaine in your bathroom all night?" And I'm like, "What is going on?"
It's not looking good for the Kardashians, but for the Jenners, great week.
Right. We out with the old, in with the new.
Who's your best week ever runner up this week?
I have to give it, and this is very new, breaking, developing today, to Ryan Coogler, because Sinners is going to have a place at Halloween Horror Nights, and I famously do not like scary movies. I am a scaredy cat. I do not like Halloween houses. I don't like being scared. I don't like people jumping in front of me. I'm from the hood. I will hit you. But it was announced that Halloween Horror Nights will have a Sinners house where you can go and you can be scared. And it is going to be so much fun because I feel like, just if you know anything about Hollywood, Warner Brothers movie deals and how they work, he's already changed the game um so much with just how he works and how he brings his people along and how he did his deal for Sinners to create generational wealth is so amazing. But now it's so big and so successful that it won that Oscar. And also, like, it's going to be at Universal Orlando and probably Universal in California too. I have to go. I just have to go to support. Like, I have to go. I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna take a beta blocker, but I'm gonna be there.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait for you to vlog it and, like, let us all in. Please put a live so we can be scared with you. I too I love watching horror movies, but I do not like, which is so funny because I don't mind going to Six Flags horror, whatever, during the Halloween month, but I don't like being jump scared or, like, being chased. You know what I mean? Like, it's the one thing I don't, as a woman,
Yeah, right.
I don't like it.
It's so scary. It's so scary. And then it's just like, oh, no, they aren't gonna touch you. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And I feel like some of them do. So
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but that is such a great best week ever runner up. My best week ever winner, guys. And you're going to have to bear with me because I am learning about this as you guys are. But it's the do it yourself cyber decks are the newest analog trend taking over social media. Rarely is it easy to find the patient zero, but in this case, cyber decks, most agree, are the new thing. Essentially, a do it yourself computer built out of repurposed clutch, wood, gilt hardware, and handful of chips and wires. The terminal look hits a nerve. And why shouldn't a laptop look like it was scavenged from a shipwreck? And why couldn't you make it your own? I am loving this because not only are women doing these, it's just like taken over by a storm of these cute little cyber decks of Polly Pockets, strawberry shortcake, seashell, a grass covered with like felt. There's a Tamagotchi one that I'm obsessed with. But at this point, what counts as a cyber deck or merely cyber deck adjacent is anyone's guess. What was once a fairly strict definition of portable home baked computer terminal, like the devices in Gibson's Neuromancer, has loosened as it's been popularized, becoming a catch-all from do-it-yourself tech. I had a lot of fun going through all of these TikToks, and I just wanted to, you know, put a big spotlight on it, especially nowadays. It's hard to be unique in your own technical devices. I know like everyone has an Apple, everyone has like their own laptop, and this is just giving me nostalgia of just uniqueness when it comes to their own techie devices. And yeah, it's taking me back to computer deck days when like growing up you would bling bling your whole entire computer desktop. But yeah, this was on my best week ever winner. And
That's so dope. I love that we're going back into what made us like, um, obviously going when you used to do MySpace and you had to code and everything was just like really customized and it really showed your personality and everything has went from that to like the de-yassification of everything. So now it's like gray and muted tones and like McDonald's doesn't have a slide in it anymore. And I'm like, oh, this is so boring. Like some of it, I like it. It's everything's like modern and sleek, but now it's just like show your personality and all these things are like not that serious. So why shouldn't you really like customize things and put pink and purple and bright colors all around and Lisa Frank your life. Like so I
yeah.
really love that. I love that.
I know, it's so funny that you mentioned Lisa Frank because I thought of Paul Frank, like I just remember that being everywhere. You're so right. Who's having the best week ever in pop culture this week?
For me, it's going to be the cast of I Love Boosters, specifically Kiki Palmer, because on an Entertainment Tonight, I believe it was Entertainment Tonight, like her co-stars were asked, like, "Hey, who do you want to sit by at an award show or something?" And like everyone picked, "I want to sit by Kiki. I want to sit by Kiki. I want to sit by Kiki." So then Kiki was there to promote I Love Boosters, which you guys please go see I Love Boosters. Go see Is God Is in theaters. Please, it's so important. You, Me, and Tuscany is actually now out on video on demand. So if you weren't able to see it in theaters, rent You, Me, and Tuscany with Halle Bailey. It's such a feel good, fun, romantic movie. Like, please. I'm gonna go see I Love Boosters very soon. So is that is. But I Love Boosters is out. They did like the gas giveaway. They did so many different amazing activations. And it sucks that like the only reason that they have to do this many activations is because black films and black people have to work twice as hard for half as much, but they made a fun way of doing it. Kiki finally went back to I think it was Entertainment Tonight, if I'm not, misquoting the actual publication, but she saw the video of everyone saying that they wanted to sit next to her, and she was like, "That is so nice because the industry is so hard, and I think that people want to sit next to me because they know that they can be themselves around me, and I wish that I could be like I hope to be a Kiki Palmer around everyone that I meet." Because you can literally be as vibrant or as silent or as weird or as cool as you want around me. And I hope that everyone would want to sit next to me, be next to me, talk to me, and be around me because life is so hard and we need each other now more than we do ever. We have more things in common than we don't. And it is such a great thing to hear someone that is in the industry, that white, black, brown, Puerto Rican, Asian, gay, straight, everyone wants to be around Kiki Palmer, and that's the person that I kind of aspire to be.
I love that. I love Kiki Palmer. I know she had a bit of a hiccup during the Jonathan Majors of it all. It's kind of hard to side with her sometimes when she kind of surrounds herself with certain people, but also I don't know the lifestyle of a Hollywood starlet, especially a Hollywood star child. So she's probably has a lot of connections to a lot of people that we probably side eye, but I also have to give Kiki Palmer her flowers because to continuously try to fight in the Hollywood industry as a Black woman, she has been so vocal about that. And I'm so excited for this movie because it is talking about creative designers who make these outfits and then they sell it or like get duped, right? What we talked about, Bethany Frankel and Dina Manzo. And the colors are just so vibrant. And I just love how the Zola actress is in there too. And she did an amazing interview on
Taylor Page.
Louis Luttrell. I have the biggest girl crush on that woman, you have no idea, and it's all because of Zola, and I was so in that's a movie that really, like, I went back, read all the tweets, you know what I mean?
It's lore. It's, like, amazing. It's amazing.
They need to they need to bring that sort of format of, storytelling back into film.
They do, and they need to, because these are original ideas, they need to go on Threads, and they need to find all these crazy viral thread stories that people have, and they need to take those stories, pay these people, of course, and turn them into original movies. Like, even if it's just on Tubi, I would rather see them in theaters, of course, because I wanted to keep the theaters alive and the movie theaters alive so much. But even if they do it on Tubi, which Tubi is experimenting with how they create content with content creators, and I love that. So it's possible, and they need to do it for sure.
I'm hoping so. That's such a great best week ever, and I can't wait to see this movie because it is already out, and like you said, the You, Me, and Tuscany, Is God Is, we need to show up in these theaters. I know I said this a couple weeks back with You, Me, and Tuscany. If we want, because I love queer and Black rom-coms, I really would love a reboot of Love and Basketball with 2 Black women in the WNBA. I feel like that's a great reboot. I don't sign me up. Like I will be there to in the writers room helping you guys out. But yeah, I can't wait to see this movie in theaters as well.
Yeah, and Scary Movie is coming out. Another Black, like the Wayans brothers, they are Black
Yes.
royalty. So I can't wait to see the Scary Movie promos are out of this world, and they're starting back up. So I cannot wait to see that too. So I'm just so glad that we're getting all this, and hopefully we continue to get all this. And there's just so much in art, in movies, in creativity. The movies are not dead. Nothing is dead. Everyone wants to say certain things are dead, but we as long as humans are alive, the humanities will always be alive. Timothy Chalamet be damned.
Well, we're now at the end of my podcast where I ask my guests what their favorite song is from the early 2000s. And I'm super excited because it's a Beyonce song, but it's a Beyonce song that I haven't heard literally in 20 years. When I put this on, I was just like, a little sweat never hurt nobody.
Literally.
We're talking about Get Me Bodied, the year's 2006. Please tell me, where were you when you first heard this song and why is it your favorite from that era?
I was a child in middle school, not knowing like anything about getting me bodied or anything. I just know that she told me the steps to do, and me and my friends did those steps. And I just remember getting the B Day DVD and playing that religiously before school with my best friend who swore we were Beyonce. We're gonna be Beyonce. We're gonna be like Beyonce. We're gonna meet Beyonce. We're literally doing the Get Me Bodied dance with each other. And also just how it went and flowed in the videos, the extended remix, and also when I think it was it Homecoming that she did it at Beachella, and like everyone came out and they did the Get Me Body dance. It just brings so many good, amazing memories where it's like you can't help but want to dance when you hear that beat. And then she tells you, do the sizzly, touch your heel, touch your toes, like do all these different things. And it's like, I'm gonna do whatever Beyonce says, whether I can dance or not.
I love it, and this music video really took me back to an era where, like, fashion I'm so glad we're not wearing those dresses anymore. But
Yes.
I loved seeing Solange, and we got to see Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams all in the music video, and this was, like, peak after Destiny's Child, like, Beyoncé's solo, Destiny's broke up. They were never getting back together again, but we were so grateful that Beyoncé gave us little clips of them every time in her music videos.
Literally, it was the best time ever. And uh, she just does it every time she goes on tour. So it's good too. It just brings so much like smile, and it's a good family song, a good cookout song, function, party, getting dressed up, night out with the girls. Like it's so fun.
Yeah, no, it took me back to pre-clubbing music. Yeah, it pre-gaming nights.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much for joining my podcast. I had so much fun talking pop culture with you. I'm sorry that my computer is lagging a bit. I know it'll be fixed during editing, so you listeners will probably won't have to hear that. But can you please let my listeners know where they can find you and if you have anything cool to plug in?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me go off on tangents and rambles like a crazy old man. I have been wanting to talk to you. I'm so glad that we finally got together. And you will have to come on. Bravo, you're black, especially now that I'm trying to do like video episodes and stuff like that and have more people on and listen to more voices. And you've just been there like you guys when I'm not even like lying, like she has been there for so long. She's always support, she always likes, she comments, she's in the DMs, we kiki together. So make sure that you are supporting Best Week Ever because I love the format of the show, like the variety of like the subjects that you can talk about. This is so important. So thank you for having me. Make sure that you follow me at Bravo Wild Black across all platforms except TikTok, which is the real Bravo Wild Black. Follow me on YouTube and please, when you see me on YouTube, hype the video. It's a free way to help get my videos seen. You just press the hype button. It gives you points and you get to spend those points 3 times a week. So I really would appreciate that. And obviously, I am just on everyone's podcast. So subscribe to this podcast, rate it 5 stars. If you're watching visually, if you have a Patreon, like listen, just support women, support people in creative fields. And it's not easy to like do this, to put yourself up for public speculation and we're just trying to talk about like different things that are going on and accidentally fall into Reddit threads and I'm like, "Wait, no, I was just talking shit." But yeah, thank you so much for having me on here and I appreciate you and I appreciate your listeners for listening to me on here.
Yeah, of course. I would love to have you back on this summer for my mini episode. It's a new thing that I'm starting and I'm hoping to continue past the summertime, but we take a look back in the early 2000s and talk about one of our favorite pop culture history moments in the early 2000s. And I love how we involve music and I would love to have you back on just to kiki over especially Next Gen NYC season 2 that's coming up this summer as well.
Oh
And
yeah, I
Love
just left
Island, can't wait.
Oh, hell yeah. I came here for love. So, yeah, you definitely gotta come and chat. Come here for love, and I can't wait to talk to you. Oh, also, you guys, please start watching K-dramas. It is literally, like, taking up my life, and I have a problem, and that's why I didn't wanna start because I have an obsessive personality, but K-dramas, God, they're so good, and if you guys know anyone who's doing micro dramas in Miami, please hit me up.
Yes, I will put all of the socials down and all of the links in the show notes, guys. And as always, please rate and review this podcast. Send it to a friend who loves pop culture and also check out Bravo Wild Black and rate and review 5 stars while you're doing that as well. As always, I hope you guys are having a best week ever. Bye.
Bye, y'all.